morning. Hi. Come here, I love you.
You started?
Yeah. Did you need something?
Did you already hit record?
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the air.
You're on the air.
Wow.
No one's watching though, so it's okay.
Yeah, those people can watch it later.
True. I need some water.
Dude, I'm so hungry for some reason.
Good morning, everyone.
You might get better lighting if you shut that curtain, you know?
You think so?
Maybe. Try it. I'll tell you if you do.
I've tried it and it just it's still pretty dark.
You might be making it worse, but try it. Yeah, it's way worse.
Yeah.
It's really not bad.
All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome to yoga up here in the White Mountains. Another gray, rainy day. Yesterday was nice and sunny. Today we have another gray day, right? If you're at home for the day, it's kind of nice, right? Doesn't make you feel like you're missing out on anything. All right, so yeah, the light is kind of the best I can make it. But that's all right. I am just gonna adjust my camera just a little bit and then we're gonna get going, okay? Oh, Scooby, are you joining us again this morning for a little yoga? Hi. Okay, hi. Come on, you can sit in my lap. You can sit in my lap. He's like the best partner yoga, right? I know you're a good boy. You are a good boy. All right, so once we've kind of settled in, let's just find a comfortable seating position, right? That can be just simply legs crossed. It could be a fire leg or firewood pose, right? We're stacking those legs right on top of each other. It could be half lotus, full lotus. You can have your legs apart, whatever you need to kind of just find that center and find that comfortable spot. And you're using your sit bones, right? So your sit bones are what you feel most connected to the mat. So the boniest part of the glutes are connecting to the mat. And you can start to feel your core engage, right? It's a little bit of effort to kind of stay in this upright position. Let's go ahead and inhale the shoulders up to the ears and exhale them down. Good. And so we want to set an intention for our practice today, right? Because what yoga does is it forms new pathways, new ways of thinking, new ways of breathing. And so we want to set an intention while we're almost changing the makeup of the way our mind works, right? So yoga over time does change the brain. It's a slow process, right? Just kind of like anything else that has really great benefits. It takes patience, dedication, and discipline. Right? Just kind of like if you were doing a normal, like just an exercise, you can't do it just once and expect to see a bunch of results, right? The best way is to see tiny results every day that will make up something much bigger in the long run, and it's more sustainable, right? Those crash diets, those crazy exercise programs, they don't really do much for you. They might have a big impact very shortly, but then you'll see you kind of slip back, right? But with yoga, doing it every day and being consistent and being disciplined, you're going to see in the long run the mental capacity that you have for strength and compassion is a whole lot more. And it's just a completely different way of not living in the suffering that we constantly put ourselves in. Right? It's not perfection, but it's different. And the same thing, like exercise is such a byproduct of practicing yoga, right? So the byproduct is your body will start to look different. It will get in shape, and your mind will also start to look different. So I think today we should think about maybe the intention should just be dedication, right? Dedicating this practice and discipline, right? Discipline to continue to do something even though it may not be the easiest thing to do. Continuing to do something even though you're not seeing these big results that you want to see, right? Accepting that change comes very, very slowly with discipline and dedication. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna start sitting in our comfortable seated position. And with all of that intention, we're going to inhale and then we're going to exhale. We're going to bring our chin to our chest. And starting to find our mind kind of centering. Good. And we'll inhale up. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder very carefully, letting the left shoulder drop away. And maybe we're taking our right hand and just gently putting it on the top of our head. Good. And then we're inhaling the head up. And then we're exhaling to the other side. And again, if we want to choose that option of just gently placing our hand on our head, we can absolutely do that. And we'll walk our fingertips away. Oh, good morning, Annie. Hey, girl. Good. And we'll go ahead and let that go. We're going to go ahead and do some two-part belly breathing. Right? If this breathing is not super comfortable for you and you want to just take those long inhales and long exhales, please go ahead. But just because I haven't really talked too much about it lately, I'm just going to do a little bit of instruction and then we'll get right into it. So basically the first part of that breath is blowing your abdomen up like it's a balloon, right? Deep belly breathing. So we're almost kind of pushing that belly out to get as much air as we can. And then when we've taken in all of that breath and our belly is just full and extended, we'll then focus that breath up to our rib cage, to our heart, and we'll feel our chest rise, and we'll take in even more air. We'll hold the breath slightly at the top, right? And then when we exhale, we're going to exhale slowly through the back of the throat, almost pushing that breath all the way back down the body. And then we'll feel that pelvic floor should kind of feel that air coming through to it, sending it down on that exhale. And we'll feel that kind of lock, and we'll feel our abs kind of lock, right? That pelvic floor is that muscle that sits right between your elimination organs. Cool. All right, so let's do 5 belly breaths. Here we go. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Again, inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We have 3 more of those. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We just have 2 more of those. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Last belly breath. Inhaling through the abdomen for 2, 3, 4. Up through the heart for 2, 3. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job. All right, so let's let that go. And let's just take a few Ujjayi breaths, right? So they're just deep, powerful breaths, right? And they're the breaths that we're holding through the practice most of the time. It's audible. It sounds like an ocean wave. So you're inhaling through the nose as deep as you can, and then the exhale is similar to the belly breath, where it's coming through the back of the throat, and you can hear it as you send it down through the body. And you kind of would try to make the inhales and exhales as even as possible. So we inhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Good. All right. So let's inhale the arms up and exhale in the heart center. Good. Inhaling the arms up again, we're going to twist to the right, just a nice gentle twist here, and exhale. Inhale through the arms again, and exhale, twisting to the left. If you have a lap dog, it's a great time to give them a pet. Good. Come back around, and let's go ahead and just open up the sides. We're going to go ahead and bring that right arm down to the mat and reach up and over with this left arm. Just a nice big stretch here, holding for just a second. Good. And then we'll inhale, and then we'll exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale both arms up, and we're going to exhale to heart center. So we're going to create a little bit of heat. We're going to do that same motion. We're going to get a little faster with it. Try when you're coming up to center to not use your hands to push you up so much. Try to use that core to pull you up. So here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm comes down. Lift. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Excuse me. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And we're going to come forward. Good. Let your head drop. Just let it go. Good. And maybe you're dipping one shoulder in. And then the next shoulder in. Maybe you walk to the left with your hands. Maybe you walk to the other side with your hands. Sweetie, it's going to be really difficult in a second. It is. For you to do. You're a good boy. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and extend the right leg out. We're just gonna come into a gatekeeper pose. We're gonna inhale the arms up, and then we're gonna exhale. We're gonna bring the left arm down to the side. We're gonna inhale, exhale, reach and lift. Good. Press those hips out. Excellent. And then we're going to come back down. We're going to go ahead and reverse that. It's going to be so mad at me. Just looking at me in disgust. I'm sorry. Inhale up. Exhale, the right arm comes down. Inhale, exhale, and lift with the hips up. Good. Oh, good down dog. Good down dog. Stretch. Bring it all back down. Good. All right, from here we're going to start to come onto our tabletop pose. So however you want to get there, you can roll over your knees if you'd like. Good. I'm going to turn to the side here. We're going to start with a few cat and cows before we head into our leg lift. So we want to make sure that the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. We'll go ahead and curl the toes under. We'll send the belly button down to the mat, lift the head, come through the heart. Good. Inhale. Exhale, we flatten the feet, and we bring that spine all the way up to the ceiling. Good. Let's go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And come back down to that neutral spine, and we'll start with our leg lifts. So we're going to go ahead and extend that right foot first. If we want to pick up this left arm, we can, but we don't have to. And then we're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale. If you want to reach back and grab that toes, a little bit of more of a back bend, you can. And then we'll exhale, bring everything in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Just a couple more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Let's go ahead. Take that right foot. Bring it over the left leg. Send those hips over to the right. We're going to look back at our toe, making a nice C shape here. Good. Come back around. And we're going to do leg lifts on the other side. So we're going to extend through that left leg. Again, all kinds of options here. You can pick up this right arm if you want. And then we'll exhale, we'll bring it in. Inhale here. Remember, if you want to reach back on the inhales and grab that toe, you can. And then exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale. Comes in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And we're just going to drop that leg over, crossing it over. Send the hips to the left, coming back to look at your toe. Little stretch here. Good. All right, so from here, we're just going to head right into our down dog. We're going to curl the toes under. We're going to use the finger mounds, right, to put pressure on the mat, not the wrists. And we're just going to come right up to our first down dog. And we'll start to find some movement here. Pedaling the feet, rotating the hips if we'd like, shaking the head out a little bit here. Just finding the necessary movements to kind of take stock, observe your body, see where you're at. And breathe. Think about pulling that heart all the way to your legs. Right? Extending, lengthening through the legs. Good. All right. So from down dog pose, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to lift that right leg up and we're going to open at the hips. Good. And then from here, we're going to take that right leg and we're going to send it up to our hands. And we're going to straighten that right leg. Remember, we're not super warm yet, so we don't want to take this too far, right? Just to where it feels good. We're not trying to push anything. Really listen to your body here. Good. And then we're going to bend that knee. We're going to send it back to a high plank, and then we're going to push it back to down dog. Good. Let's lift that left leg, bend the knee, open the hips, push, 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 push. Right? Trying to push that lifted leg as back as we can to really open up. You should feel a good stretch here. Good. And then we'll send that left leg to our hands. And again, we'll come into a pyramid pose, little stretch here, right? We're not trying to push anything. We're not trying to fold too much. We're not super warm yet. We are going to get there, though. Good. Let's go ahead and bring that right leg to the left leg. And we're going to come up, rolling up, nice and slow. Head will be the last thing that comes up. Putting all the weight in the balls of our feet. We'll roll up, nice and slow. Good. And then we'll inhale the arms up. And we'll take a little bit of a back bend here. And we'll exhale, heart center. mountain pose, right? Bring those hands down, palms face forward. And we'll start with some sun salutations. We'll take the first one slow, of course, and then we'll get faster as we go. Good. So we inhale up, then we exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're gonna fold. We're gonna plant our hands on the mat. We're gonna come up on our toes, and we're either gonna jump, hop, step, or walk back to a high plank pose. Good. And then we're lowering down to chaturanga. Inhaling up dog or cobra, right? And then exhaling back to down dog. Cool. All right, so we're gonna do 10 of those quickly. So look to our hands, feet to hands. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again, go back, high plank. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Good, that's one. Look to your hands. Here we go, feet to hands. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And exhale back. That's 2. Feet to hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lower down. Inhale again. Exhale goes back. That's 3. Feet to hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go back. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Feet to hands. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Brings back. Good. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Feet to hands. Inhale it up. Good. Exhale brings you down. Inhale. Exhale. High. Low. Inhale up. Exhale back. 6. Good. Feet to hands. Inhale it up. Exhale back. Or excuse me, exhale fold. Inhale halfway lift. Exhale to the mat. Go back. High to low. Inhale up. Exhale back. 7. Feet to hands. Inhale it up. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale back. High to low. Inhale up dog. Exhale dip back. I think that's 8. Feet to hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I think that's 9. Here we go. Feet to hands. Inhale it up. Exhale back. Down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Down dog. Nice job. We made it. Good. So from here, let's raise that right leg up. Send that right leg to our hands. And come back down to pyramid pose. Inhale, exhale. Stretch. Breathe. Good. Let's bend that knee and set that left foot, right, kind of parallel to the top of the mat. We're going to come up for warrior 1. So typically you want the heel of your foot to the instep of your back foot. That's okay. You could change and adjust however you need to adjust. But most importantly, you want knee over ankle and you want those shoulders straight. And we're going to come right up for warrior 1. Good. Bring those shoulders down, away from the ears, right? We don't want to be up here. We want to be down here. We can keep our hands at heart center if that serves us. Maybe look down. Really want to have that knee over the ankle. Nice and strong here. Shoulders forward, hips forward. Breathing. Our legs are really nice and strong. Thinking about that pelvic floor lock. Good. And breathing. Thinking about that discipline, right? We've been in this posture, we're a little sweaty. Think about that discipline. Right? It's not comfortable, but it's okay to not be comfortable. It's absolutely okay. Good. So from here, we're going to open it up to the warrior one. So our hips are facing right the long part of your mat as opposed to the front part of your mat. Right? We're keeping this knee nice and open. We don't want it coming in. Nice and open. Shoulders are nice and square. And we're kind of setting our drishti, or what we call our gaze, right over that right hand. So you can stay right here in that warrior one. You can come low if you want and come into a bind. Right? So I'm going to take this right hand and I'm going to bring it through my legs. My left hand's going to meet it in the back. Good. Let's release that bind if we are in it, and we'll come right back to that warrior one. Excellent. We're going to straighten that leg. We're going to come over for triangle pose. So we're reaching with that right hand. Reach, 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 reach. Right? We're reaching forward. We're not folding yet. We're reaching forward as if we're trying to grab something. Right? And when we can't reach anymore, we're going to bring our hands to the mat. Then we're going to work on stacking our hips on top of each other. And we're reaching up to the ceiling with that other hand. Breathing. Good. On your next inhale, we're going to come up, but we're going to take your hand and reach it like you're touching the ceiling. Like someone is bringing you right up there. Good. And then we're going to bend the knee back into warrior two. We're going to pinwheel those arms down. We'll pivot on our back foot. We're going to walk this right foot out towards the end of our mat. We're going to come into lizard pose. Good. So lizard pose is super fun. Lots of places we can go. We can stay right here where our knee is kind of hooked to that bicep. And we can work right here. Right? We can let go of that knee and let it kind of come out and maybe come down a little bit deeper. Great place for a block if you have it. You can keep this back leg lifted. There's also an arm balance here, and I'm willing to make a fool and fall out of it. I haven't done it in a very long time, so we can see how it goes, but it'll be enough to show you how kind of where the journey is. So I'm going to bring my leg almost on top of my shoulder, but a little bit more on my bicep. And then I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to straighten my legs and lift. All right, see? It's kind of like we're riding a bike. Good. And we're going to settle in wherever you are. If you're working on that arm balance, if you're just wanting to have a nice hip opener, whatever you're feeling this morning. I'm wanting the hip opener, so I'm really going to just sink into it here for just a few breaths. Good. All right. When you're ready, come out. If you're in the arm balance, start to let yourself out slowly. And then we're all going to make our way up to that starting point where we just have this knee hooked to this bicep. If our back leg isn't lifted, we're going to curl the toes under. We're going to lift that again. Good. And then we're going to send that right leg back. And I would challenge you to not drag the leg back, pick it up and place it. Good. And let's have a flow. Inhale up, exhale back. Great job, guys. All right, this time we're going to lift that left leg up. We're going to send the left leg to our hands. Coming back over to that pyramid pose. Right, straighten the left leg. Inhale, exhale, fold down. Good. So from here, we're coming up to that warrior one. So we're fixing our feet right. First, we're bringing the knee over the ankle. We're thinking about the heel in line with the instep. We're going to inhale. We're going to exhale. We're going to come right up, nice and strong in our warrior one. Really thinking about all those cues, right? First and foremost, that perineum lock, right? Your pelvic floor. It is one of the absolute most important muscles in your body, and we rarely know how to use it. So go ahead, think about that muscle and between those two organs, almost thinking about like an elevator, sucking that elevator up into your body. Hips are forward, shoulders are forward, right? And we work to get the hips forward. But as long as the shoulders are forward, the hips will usually follow. If we have our arms up, that's great, but we're not hugging our ears. They're down our back. Our chin is level. Our face is relaxed. And our legs are so strong that we could rip this mat underneath us in two. And we're breathing. Staying in that nice Ujjayi breath, thinking about the discipline and determination it takes to stay right here, right? If there's chatter going on in your mind, that's okay. Observe it. Don't get mad at yourself. Become almost a third party to it. Don't attach to it. You're here to learn discipline and dedication. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to come over back into warrior two. Right? So really think about your tailbone here. We don't want to be sitting low, sinking in. We're kind of tucking that tailbone still, knee over ankle. I know your legs are tired. You got this. It's okay to shake, right? I'm shaking a little bit, but I don't feel anything sharp. That's the biggest part. There's nothing sharp happening to me. And we're breathing. Use those thighs. Use your core. Lock in. Good job, you guys. We're almost coming to triangle. Give me just 2 more breaths. Good. Straighten that leg and come on over to triangle, right? Just like we're reaching. We're reaching. Then the hand comes onto the mat and we come all the way up. Stacking those hips on top of each other, right? Someone once, years and years ago, told me a great analogy for this posture. Think about if you're trying to fit inside a bicycle box, how flat you would need to be. Setting your drishti or your gaze wherever is going to keep you nice and steady. Good. All right, couple more breaths, then we're going to start to come up. Okay, right? So Imagine someone's lifting that top hand first to come on up. All right, if you want to take the bind on this side, you can. Just for a few breaths. And if you don't want to take the bind on that side, that's fine. Just come right here. Good. So we're going to bring both of our hands to the mat. We're going to pivot on the back toes, and the front foot's going to kind of heel toe itself to the side of the mat. We're going to come into the lizard on this side. Remember, there's all kinds of places to go. You just got to do where you are working the most, where you're feeling you're getting the most benefit, right? As much as this is to learn dedication and to learn discipline, right? It's not a who's the best. It's not a challenge, right? There's always going to be more mountain to climb. This is just to learn other things. These poses are going to teach you so much more than the actual pose itself, right? So listen to the posture. Good. Right, so if we want to send that knee away and come in a little deeper, we can. Right, if we want to just try that funny little arm balance, we can. So I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to put it up towards the top of my bicep. I'm going to curl these toes under. I'm going to start to straighten the leg, and then I'm going to bend my wrists. And I'm going to come up. Right? And you don't have to do both legs. You could do one leg and see how that feels. Right? Just lifting the top leg that's on your bicep, and then maybe you decide to just lift the back leg. But there'll be another opportunity for arm balances in just a few poses. Good. All right, guys, let's start to come up out of that. So we'll curl those back toes, press the heel back, and then again, we're going to take this left foot. We're not going to drag it. We're going to lift it and place it. Good. And then we're going to have a flow. We're going to inhale up, and then we're going to exhale back to down dog. Good. Let's take just a second in our down dog. Really press the heart into the legs. Good. Let's look to our hands. We're going to jump, walk, hop, or step. Good. We're going to roll up nice and slow. Nice job, guys. So let's work on some balance postures. We're going to come into dancer. I really like using a strap for dancer. Strap, a rolled up towel will work, and to be near a wall is also pretty handy. So we're going to first come into a tree, then we're going to head into dancers. So we're going to set ourselves in mountain pose. We're going to think about our tailbone, right? We're going to think about tucking the tailbone under, pressing the shoulders down. We're going to start to place our weight into our left foot, right? And we feel the right foot getting lighter, but we haven't picked it up yet. Good. We'll come up on our toes, and we'll drag those feet to our ankles. And then we're going to just take that knee out, right? So tree can be at a bunch of different places. It can be at your ankle, it can be at your calf, it can be at your thigh. It just can't be on your knee. Your knee doesn't bend that way, and we don't want to add any pressure into it. Good. And we can bring our hands to heart center if we'd like. We can have some beautiful tree branches if we'd like. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. We're going to stay here for just a few breaths. Great job, everybody. Okay, so from here, we're gonna just bring that knee forward. If you have this strap, it's a great time to catch your toes with the strap, right? If you don't have a strap, that's okay too. You're just gonna catch your toes in your hands, right? We're gonna inhale the left arm up, and we're gonna exhale, we're gonna come on over, right? You can be grabbing on either side of the foot, the pinky toe or the big toe, whatever's more comfortable, and we're just coming up and over. So with the strap, I really like using the strap because I have really tight shoulders, so this allows me to open them up a little bit more. So I'm just gonna kind of pick it up here, and I'm gonna lift up and over. So now I'm opening up my shoulders, opening up my heart, while also working on my dancer's pose. So wherever you're at, we're just gonna be here for a few breaths, learning to adjust. That seems to be the theme of the world today. Adjust. Good. Let's let all that go. And we can shake out our legs a little bit here. All right, so we're gonna reset in mountain pose before we come back to the other side. So we'll just come back into that mountain pose, thinking about that good posture. Maybe we inhale the shoulders up and exhale them back down a little bit. Palms face forward, chin is level, tongue is on the roof of the mouth, and the face is comfortable. And hopefully the mind is quiet. But if it's not, that's okay, right? We're not attaching to that. Good. And we start to ground down on that right foot. So we really feel that right foot connecting with the earth. We're pushing that right foot down, and our left foot is super light. Great. All right. Now, since that foot's light, we might as well pick that heel up and bring it into our ankle. Good. Then we're going to turn that knee out, and we're going to pick a point, right? This is still balance. If your toes are still on the ground and your heels are at your ankle, this is still balance, right? We have to find a place where we do have to adjust, but we're able to make those adjustments to hold that position. So maybe it's at your calf, and maybe it's at your thigh. Good. And we'll bring our hands to heart center, or we can bring them up into tree branches with our shoulders down, whatever we feel like. And we're breathing here. Right? If we start to feel that big toe coming up, we just think about pressing the big toe more, right? And then we feel the pinky toes coming up. Oh, then we press them into the mat a little bit more, right? Learning to catch ourselves, learning the balance, learning to adjust, right? Balance posture isn't about being sturdy. It's about being able to adjust and make those corrections. Think about your lower back. Good. All right, we're going to head into dancer's pose now. So we're just going to bring that leg forward, right? If you have a strap, you're going to start coming into that. If you don't have a strap, that's okay. You're just going to catch your toes, right, behind you. It's a great place if you have a wall. Inhale the right arm up, and then you're going to come right over, heart leads, dancer pose. I'm going to come in with my strap because I really enjoy being able to open up my shoulders because that's definitely where I am the most tight. There's always one side. Good. We can let all that go. We can stretch out those legs. Shake them out. Good. Whatever you need to do. Uh-oh. Did I disconnect? Sugar. Let me just go check on my feet. I will be right back. But what we're going to do is head down into a squat. Nope, we are still going. So here we go. We're down into a squat. Right, heels may be up, heels may be down. That's okay. That's so strange. Let's try to get back in. There we go. All right, so from here, we're taking our elbows and almost pressing our knees out. Right, we may find that our heels don't come down to the mat. That's okay. Let's not worry about that. Right, and we do want a nice straight spine as much as we possibly can, sitting up nice and tall. And we're just going to breathe here. Cool. All right, so we're going to have some fun with crow. Then after crow, we're going to settle down in our cool down stretches and head to Shavasana. Okay. All right. So crow is really fun. It's a lot. Again, it's a lot of different components. You don't have to eat the whole mountain at one time, right? We're just going to do small movements that'll lead to something bigger, maybe, and maybe they won't. Lots of fun places to go. So first and foremost, we're going to set our hands down on the mat. Cool. And then we're just going to come up on our toes. And if you're in your squat and you've already got your knees up on your biceps, that's pretty great. And then from here, we're just going to come up on our toes. We're going to practice coming over and back, right? I'm going to just turn sideways so you can kind of see what's going on there. So we're just kind of rocking forward and rocking back, right? Just practicing that for just a little bit. Rocking forward. Oh, maybe your toes kind of came up, and rocking back, right? Just kind of coming in and out of that. Maybe you pick one leg up, maybe you pick the other leg up, right? And just coming back in and over. And if you find some hang time, right, you can hang right there. Cool. Now, there is a fun progression here. If you feel like your crow is just on point, super steady, you can come in and out of a tripod headstand, which is another thing I haven't done in a long time. So we'll just see how this goes. So what you'll do if you're wanting to kind of use that progression already, you're going to bring your arms down, you're going to come into your crow, and then very, very slowly and carefully, you're going to bring your head down. Then you're going to come up. Then you'll come back down. Place your knees on your bicep. And then come back up to crow. And then the last part that you can do if you'd like is you can jump out of crow into a plank pose. Good job. All right, so wherever you are with that crow, we're going to go ahead and come out. And we're just going to come to sit in a child's pose for just a second. Good. Now from here, let's come into a pigeon. So from here, we're just going to lift up into that down dog again. We're going to raise the right foot. We're going to bring that foot to the front of the mat. We're going to sit down, pressing our hips right into the mat. If this pigeon is just too much, it's a lot, that's okay. There's pigeon on your back, right? So you can come up and make that same shape, right? And then just press that left leg onto that foot and bring it up. So whatever pigeon you are, let's settle down and just have a few breaths. All right, wherever you are, right, we're gonna start to come out of it, and we're gonna all meet in down dog, however you'd like to get there. If you're on your back, there's really no graceful way to get there. Just roll over and head back to down dog if you'd like. Or actually, no, if you're gonna do pigeon on your back, just go ahead and start to reverse that. You don't need to come up and then back down. But those of us that are doing pigeon on our mat, the traditional way, we're just gonna come up. We're gonna raise that left leg, and we're gonna send the left foot behind that right ankle. And we're gonna start to settle down. You may find that your shin folds in closer to your body, and that's okay. A lot of asana specialties will tell you that you should have your leg parallel to the mat. My knee doesn't do that, and it really feels badly to do that, so I don't do that. And it's perfectly safe to have your foot come closer to your body as you fold down. And we're just going to fold right over, right? Whether you're on your back or having your heart facing the mat, we're just going to find a place that we can sit and find some stillness in this hip opener. Really thinking about our breath here, nice and even. Thinking about letting go. right, when you're ready, we're going to start coming out of that. If you're already on your back, great, stay right there. If not, we're all going to meet on our back. We're going to start to settle down. If you are going to have a blanket during Shavasana, this is a wonderful place to have that. So we're going to all start to lay down, and we'll bring our knees into our heart, coming up to Happy Baby. Good. Pressing the knees in the floor. We can go ahead and kind of rock back and forth on them. Good. And when you're ready, you'll come into a cobbler's pose. Maybe you grab the feet and bring them in one last hip opening stretch. And then we bring the feet to the mat. The knees come wide. And we sit in cobbler pose just to realign the natural curve of your lower back spine. All right, from here, when you're ready, we can start to outstretch the legs to come down and start to relax into Shavasana. So we're closing our eyes, lying flat on the mat, getting ready for corpse pose. You'll find a relaxing place for your hands. Maybe it's on the abdomen, maybe it's by your side. We start to feel the body relax. Almost involuntarily, we start to feel our bodies melt into the mat, surrendering to corpse pose, surrendering to Shavasana, surrendering to our impermanence. Feeling at peace. There's no more to-do list. There's no worries. There's just stillness and nothingness. There's peace. You feel your shoulders relax around you. Your tongue rests gently on the roof of your mouth. Your breathing is no longer forced or labored, and even maybe a little shallow. And you are surrendering to the fact that you are impermanent and that you do belong to the earth. You are a part of something. can start to come back to your body. Starting to come back to your senses and making movements wherever you feel you need them. Maybe it's just a wiggle of the toes. Maybe it's reaching up and over your head, stretching from toes to fingertips. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, you're going to roll to your left side in the fetus position. And again, in your own time, we'll come up to a comfortable seated position with our hands at heart center. We'll go ahead and create some heat in our hands. And we'll take that heat, offering it to our third eye center. May we walk through today with peace in our minds, peace in our speech, and peace in our hearts. And may we have the patience, the discipline, and the emotional intelligence to forgive ourselves when we can't walk through peace, when we surrender to that knee-jerk reaction. And we'll inhale and we'll exhale. Shanti, shanti, shanti. All right. Well, thank you for spending Thursday morning with me. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I think tomorrow, unless someone asks for something different, we're going to do a lot of back bends and kind of focus more on that. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you. Have a great day.